This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing that data, but like I tell y'all every day, the data release us is false. Many give us a false narrative to market so we can make bad trading decisions. It seemed like 10 banks, European and U.S. banks, are agreeing to pay an additional $46 million, okay, because they were charged with conspiring to control the interest swaps market, okay? And what's so crazy about this is, of course, you got the big dogs, JPMorgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citi, PNP, Paribas, BNP, Deutsche Bank, U.S. Bank, National West, Morgan Stanley, UBS, Barclays. The regular big dogs that are usually naked shorting AMC and GME. And they are agreeing to pay $46 million that they conspired to control the interest swaps market, that they attempted to have a monopoly on the interest swap markets, costing other people and the state of Maryland billions of dollars. Now, here's the thing. All these banks who are going to agree to pay this settlement, not one of them will have to accept or admit any guilt whatsoever. So they monopolized the swaps market. They made billions of dollars doing it. And now they just pay a fine of $46 million. And then the day after is business as usual. They can now engage in other fraudulent activity, rob retail investors, rob pension funds, rob institutions that follow the rules with no real consequences. But because none of them have to admit any guilt, they maintain their license to trade. They maintain their banking licenses. But everybody knows that monopolies are not good. They allow Citadel to be the market maker, the hedge fund, and the dog pool, which in any other industry would be considered illegal. And the fact that Citadel has been fined so many times over the last 20 years for engaging in questionable, possibly criminal activity, and yet they still have their license to trade. They still have their license to be a dog pool. They still have their license to be a market maker. It's absolutely crazy. At what point do our regulatory agencies step in and say enough is enough? If you look back over the past 20 years, all these banks, all these hedge funds, all these big dogs are just paying fines for breaking the law, just paying fines for robbing retail investors, just paying fines for robbing pension funds, just paying fines for robbing institutions that follow the law. And they never stop the questionable activity, because once they pay the fine, they don't have to admit guilt. Their licenses are not at risk. Nobody goes to jail. And then the next day, they go back doing the same thing over and over and over again. Can you guys think of any other industry where you could be fined 20 times and still have your license to do business in that industry? Matter of fact, the fines and loss of license in that industry would probably bar you from going in any other industry because of your past bad behavior. But somehow, all these banks, JPMorgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, can monopolize the interest swaps, do it over a 10-year period, make billions of dollars, and then 10 years later, pay a $46 million fine, and then the next day, business as usual. Tell me how that is a deterrent to the criminal activity in our financial markets. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that you can be fined year after year after year and never lose your license to trade? Do you think that would deter you from engaging in future questionable or criminal activity? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.